what do I want to be when I grow up? And how do I get back to America?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? How can I be relevant? And I had this idea to travel when I retired, take a year off and just come, or even maybe not retire, but just come back and do something else and travel the US. And boy, man, I don't know where these ideas came from at the end. And it's now back to the question, how did it? No idea. But it comes from doing these intentional acts. And all of a sudden, the idea to bring the letters from the book and to put each letter up on the computer and to find 8 questions from each letter. So it's 48 letters, it's 4 letters per topic. And so to go in there and say, okay, what is love? And to write out, end up with 16 questions around love. To do this with every topic. And it was, or not 16, but 32 questions for every topic. And it was painful. Because I'd already written, you write the book, you edit the book, you re-edit the book. Somebody edits it, they send it back. You got to look at by the time you finish the book, you're like, I don't want to see that book ever. And so I got to sit down for a few weeks and create 444 questions that I was going to print out, put it in the jar, and travel the country and allow people to pull a question, allow the guests to sit down and pull a question out of the jar and have a conversation around it and pull another question. And we usually get about 20 questions per episode. And so it's a good taste. They get a good percentage of the questions. And I think, like you said earlier, fascinating. I think it would be for Europeans because I'm not interviewing people in New York City. It's not the West Coast, East Coast, right? It's the smallest towns, medium-sized towns, some big towns. I interviewed 8 amazing people in New York City, 8 amazing stories. But I'm also getting such a cut across the country, 111 cities. And so I've got about halfway through, and I've taken a break here in Atlanta. I restart on Monday. I got another 50 cities, another 200 people to see where it goes. And so I'm super lucky. I've got a great halfway point, and it's a great time to reflect and to see, am I in the right direction? And am I doing the right thing still?